Y'all are at the titty bar.
That's
Valley's
right.
at the ship, fucking getting his study on and is prepping for the next day. With the information that Brian gave him on this guy and fucking what needs to be done. I looked over and I saw Brian's picture and I was like, shit, he made it.
So yeah, when we left off, Valley, you had headed back to the ship to do some research, I think.
Yep.
Okay. Meanwhile, Brian, Tavor, and Snake were at the bar.
We were paying our tab off. I thought we were coming back, but
Y'all got the pilot. He paid the pilot.
So we'll pick up. Are you guys doing anything after the bar?
no, I'm going.
Not singing karaoke, not getting roofied, and no.
Well, that just takes all the fun out of it.
No.
Yeah, I'm just going back to the ship.
Okay. Are you doing anything once you're at the ship?
Meditating.
Okay.
Tavor meditates all the time because he wants to see if he can reestablish that link. That's the whole point.
Your
Okay.
death experience establishes the link faster than meditation does.
No.
It's just providing options. This time, can we strangle you in the tub and like hold you underwater? while we promise we'll bring you back.
Be like fucking something out of
Constantine. No.
Yes, exact. No, you're right. No, Constantine.
Yeah. This is.
Nailed it down.
I thought the character's name was wrong.
Oh, you were on point.
Character's name in the show.
I was rolling through Johnny Mnemonic. I was like, no.
It's the other guy.
Yeah. Vastly different universe. All right.
I guess when y'all get back, you see Valley with fucking like looking at all different shit on the fucking thing and fucking scrolling on everything but Pornhub. No Pornhub today.
Yeah.
Valley's being Valley. All right.
He's checking some shit out. He's writing some gibberish down on papers. You see him be like this, carry the 7 to 14. Okay.
I'm just kind of curious where Brian went. That's going to be a number one concern for DeVore, actually.
Last I knew, he was still at the bar with you guys. So when you guys leave, he would come back, and he's just going to go back to his room.
He didn't hit VIP with the 4 titty lady?
He handed the 4 titty lady off to the pilot.
Okay. All right. He's thinking. Good move.
Thank you, son. All right. So Tavor, you're going to meditate. Snake, anything in particular you're doing?
Nah, man, I'm gonna rack out.
Okay. And Valley, you're just doing the paperwork?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the next morning then. Nothing happens through the night. Not like you have to keep watch or anything.
No, we locked the door to the fucking ship. Boop, boop. Fucking nobody blew up anything.
Pilot comes back like 2 o'clock in the morning, banging on the door. Let me in.
Fuck off.
All that money you just gave me, it's all gone. I need a loan.
Fucker.
Wow. 4,762% interest for 24 hours. I can square you away. Here's one.
Double the tits, double the price, huh?
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So next morning, Are you doing anything in particular? Or are you trying to wake up at any specific time?
I got to get up early. I have a meeting.
Hello, Citrus. Okay, so you're getting prepped for your meeting. Tavor, Snake.
I totally read that as like something, not the Citrus Taylor. It was like Third Rustler. That's what I read it. I don't know. It's,
What?
I had a moment and I read that and it confused me. Okay, sorry. Back on track.
So, Tavor, what's your plan for the morning?
Oh, check on Brian.
Okay.
Check on the pilot.
Okay.
And I think he's going to check and see like local wildlife, I guess. And what I mean by that is what businesses are afoot, what's around here. It's a, is there any, what is the kind of the general feel of how people are? Is there any indications of psychic involvement at all, or general feeling, or whatever? He's just trying to get knowledge of the lay of the land and anything that's going on in this vicinity, really. Just trying to get an understanding of what makes this place tick.
Okay.
So he might have to go back to the bar again.
Okay. So the eastern section of the triangle over here by number 6 is,
I think you number 6.
that's the landing pad that you guys arrived at.
Okay.
Number 7 is the bar that you were at.
That was convenient.
Number 7 is the Squires Hall, which is the strip club.
Okay.
Number 10 is the Admiralty, which is the bar that you had met with.
What's his nuts?
The miner with Brian.
Mm-hmm.
So, the city is open to you. Yes.
I want to head towards the pink dots.
Okay.
With that connecting the bridge access.
Yep. Okay.
So, just kind of, just that area. I want to see what's in that area.
Okay. So that area is a bit, I'll say, higher class. It's still considered part of the landing area. So it's a rougher part of town that ships' crews spend time in, but it is a nicer section of the city.
Okay, what's the architecture like?
This area has a lot of mechanics and metal workers, people that do maintenance on ships. The architecture is it appears to be an older area that owners of the stores have spent time trying to pretty up their storefronts in whatever fashion is available to them with their profession. So the people that do like hydraulic work have, the hoses and mechanical things that, you know, open and close and whatnot. People that do work on cockpits have a lot of glass work, things like that.
Okay. I'm getting a
Steampunkish vibe.
yes.
Sure, yeah, that would be a good way to visualize it.
Or a Lita vibe, or a fucking
I haven't actually seen the movie yet, but
altered carbon vibe. Not so high tech, not so Shadowrunny.
no, it wouldn't. It would not be altered carbon.
Smog and shit.
Yeah, it's definitely not as clean.
Okay. All right. So I can get better information over here. All right. So it's a market. Is there a marketplace? I mean, it says ancient market, but I don't want to assume.
Pretty much in the center. Do you see the number 9?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's kind of an open air market where people come to sell their wares, but it's more, here's a small sample of what I sell, come back to my shop for more.
Okay. I got my destination, and that's where I want to go.
Okay. So you're headed to the market.
Yes.
Okay. Snake, what are you doing?
Sorry. I am trying to turn this fucking music down. It popped up too loud. Sorry.
I'm rocking out, buddy.
No. I'm trying to figure out my next move because you guys are all trying to be businessy and shit, and I don't really care about that.
Let's go have some fun.
I think
Well, he's going back to number 7.
Yeah.
You're welcome to go back to the strip club.
No. No, I think I am going to study on making that equipment work. Or just study the general dynamics of the equipment.
I don't remember what equipment you're referring to. Refresh.
Sorry, the drilling rigs. All the drilling rigs.
Okay. So you're going to do research on like the ore that they're mining and the mining rigs themselves.
Yeah, and how to extract the ore and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So the mining rigs themselves are mobile. They're huge tracked things that go across the surface. Think kind of like the harvesters in Dune.
Oh.
Okay. The ore that they're harvesting is it moves. It's basically found between the molten core of the planet and where the mantle is. So the miners have to basically track and find the ore as it's moving, and then drill down through the ice, through the crust, down to the mantle, just shy of the molten core, to harvest the ore as it's moving.
Floats on top of the magma.
Magma.
Well, it's not actually in the magma.
Liquid hot magma.
Okay. So is the surface of the planet molten? It's just covered in ice?
The surface of the planet is several kilometers of ice. And then below that is frozen earth, and then below that is the molten core.
Okay.
There's more layers in there, obviously, but I'm not
A geologist.
exactly. I don't have to get technical.
Who says it was Earth-like anyway?
Well, if to have a molten core, it has to be rocky. It can't be a gas planet to have a solid surface. So I just assumed.
Any other questions?
No, I was just going to spend some time researching how his invention would, because we had discussed it, I guess, 2 or 3 sessions ago. So I was just going to look into it more.
Okay. Well, if you have any other questions, let me know.
Okay.
But that's going to take us over to Valley.
Clock meeting with Mr. Severus.
All right. So you're going to meet with Mr. Severus in his office, which is actually going to be across the chasm.
The gasm?
Yeah. I had a notation and I lost it. Give me just a second here. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's on the north side. So you make your way over. You go in the office and there's a receptionist there. Can I help you, sir?
Here to meet with Mr. Severus this morning.
And you would be?
Valley.
Yes, he's expecting you.
Good.
Go ahead and go right in. And
Coffee, MCT oil, small piece of salted butter. Appreciate it. Walk in.
butter? She's just going to give you a really weird look.
Organic cow butter. Terry Gold. Not sponsored. Just want to get sued or copyrighted.
So you walk into the office and
It's that guy.
Yes, I stole a picture of Clancy Brown. I think he has that visual appearance of...
Listen.
Is that better? Test.
Yes, that's better.
I can hear his voice already.
Mr. Valley, good to see you. Please come in.
So my counterparts tell me you're looking for an investors in a lucrative claim that you can handle pulling more ore out than everyone else.
So if I can get my the ice cracking machine up and running, I would be able to get to the ore in a much quicker amount of time and mine the ore before it passes much quicker than anyone else. I would be able to produce, what did I say, 10 tons a week?
Yes.
I would be able to, I estimate, produce or mine 10 tons each week as opposed to our current production.
What is your current production compared to everyone else?
Unfortunately, we are rather low compared to most of the other miners in the area.
Well, why is that, do you think?
Our equipment is not as new as most of the other miners. We've had some issues recently with breakdowns that we can't explain. We're working through it as best we can, but right now, all honesty, we're producing about 2 or 3 tons a week.
Can you estimate 2 tons? How long will it take you to be in the production of 2 tons? I mean, from 2.5 tons to get your new ice cracking machine to go into full production of 10 tons.
If I can get all the parts together, we could have a working model in about 2 weeks, and we could then have, like I said, an estimated 10 tons and probably about 3.
10 tons, you sell it here for $7,000 to $70,000 a month that you'll be making off of that. At 10 tons, that's what you make there. So your production will go to $280,000 a month average, correct?
I think that's what it worked out to. I don't have the numbers memorized as the GM. I don't have those numbers memorized.
I stayed up all night working on this.
It's okay. All right. We do.
All right. And
I know Valley does.
So you're looking at a stake of 10% in your company for an investment of $10,000. That's it. And this $10,000 will get you with the working model and moved on to production.
I would be willing to allow you to take on 10% of the company's equity if you are willing to invest in the device.
Now, is this device a theory, or has it actually been tested? What's the probability of me investing $10,000 and it going?
If we can get trustworthy parts and
okay, so the investment of $10,000, you have to order the part. I mean, what do you mean by get trustworthy parts? You wouldn't order from a trustworthy vendor?
There are vendors on planet that I could get parts from. I trust most of them, but there's always a chance that a part could be defective. I can't, guarantee that it wouldn't be. The science behind the device is sound. That said, it has never been tested. No one else has anything like it. But there are devices that are similar that are used on starships.
Mm-hmm.
So the science behind it is sound.
Okay. Next question for you. You currently produce between 2 and 3, and an average of 2.5 tons of material in order to transport and sell, and it's currently being purchased, correct? Or do you always have a seller for all 2.5 tons that you have, or is it like you put it up on auction on the market, and then when they need it, they get it?
I do not have a constant buyer, no.
Okay. Well,
or a consistent buyer, I should say, but yeah.
If you did have a consistent buyer, and that consistent buyer was willing to purchase 10 tons of material from you per month, would you be willing to give them a net 15 terms?
So I sell the material, and the payment for the material comes back in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I mean, if the seller is trustworthy, I
Okay.
could probably agree to something like that.
It will be me. I will invest the money in there, and then I will purchase all ore that you produce.
Okay. Well, I would be willing to make that deal on the with the agreement that if payment fails, the agreement is null and void. There's a better way to word that, but I can't think of it.
So I'll tell you what. We'll make the agreement that if the payment fails or you fail to receive your payment from the shipping when the purchase of the ore, then that portion of the agreement can be terminated. Yes. But as far as the initial investment into the company, you know, because I will be having another company that I plan on being a part of, you know, pick up, deliver, and transport the ore.
Okay. So yeah, as long as payment is made within the 2 weeks, then the agreement stands.
All right.
I will.
Let's get it written up.
What's that?
Let's get it written up.
So yeah, he will agree, and as long as the payment is consistent, he will only sell to you.
All right. We'll be back in 1 month, roughly 5 weeks. Give you a full 28 days. Got a couple of things I got to take care of. But we'll see how this goes and everything else. Hopefully you already have your first shipment pulled. Because it would take you 4 weeks, you said, in order to get it done. With that being stated, it would be
Someone's knocking on that door.
stand by.
Well, while he's off,
I knew that was going to happen.
Snake, did you have any other questions about the mining operations?
No, I was just trying to get research on that done, and then really wait for our next move, because I'm not here trying to make money, but I am a little uncomfortable in sitting here this close to a couple of star systems that are kind of fucked up because of us.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, Tavor, what are you doing? You're in the market.
All right. So, what is the general lay of market? Am I talking like Aladdin here, or
Sure, that wouldn't be a bad way to describe it. I was thinking kind of. Oh God, I just forgot the title of the show. Hercules.
Okay. All right.
Hi.
Okay, the other Disney cartoon. Got it.
No, not the Disney cartoon. The Legendary Journeys with Kevin Sorbo.
Okay. All right. Now it's even better. Got it. This is gonna sound bad.
Okay.
Are there any like kids walking around like?
Yeah, I mean there would be probably about a dozen kids.
Anyone like just doing whatever?
I mean, there's a couple that are playing, a couple that are running errands. Not entirely sure what you're looking for.
Just somebody I can actually talk to, because I'll get the truth out of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Sure. There's a young-ish kid who is watching some other kids play, but he is, I would say, you could make the assumption that he has been somewhat ostracized from the group.
Okay. Perfect. I'll walk up to him.
Okay. It takes a moment before he notices that you're there. He will be somewhat surprised. Not frightened, but definitely not accustomed to people.
Boy.
Sir.
All right.
Or, sorry, you said, is he a boy?
Yes.
I thought you were addressing him. Boy.
No, boy.
Yes, he is a boy.
So it looks like you've been ostracized here. Does this happen all the time?
Yeah, the other kids don't really want me playing with them.
Why not?
I'm not exactly coordinated with when it comes to kicking the ball.
Oh, I see.
You can see him like kicking a soccer ball type thing.
Do you practice?
Not sorry. No. These between school and helping out at the store, I don't have time to practice.
Oh, what store do you help out at?
Do me a favor and roll me a D10.
Oh shit! Oh, it's like a fucking D10.
You should have a bar on the left.
I guess I can always type in
or /R. Yeah. A 3? Okay. He works at the bookstore.
What is your favorite type of books?
I prefer the stories about ship captains meeting aliens and the overcoming or fighting the pirates.
Tell me, young man, what about books and stories of psychics? Do you know about those?
I mean, there's stories of I have read fantasy stories about people with psychic powers. They're not really my my cup of tea.
Are you afraid of them?
It's like any other fantastical thing. I mean, I'm not afraid of dragons. Why would I be afraid of psychics?
All right, that tells me everything I need to know. So they're not really prominent around here. Okay.
Space smut. Shut up, I
thought it was spice. I was thinking Dune with it. Well, that's most unfortunate. Most unfortunate, because I need some help.
What are you looking for, sir?
Well, you see, trying to find my wife. And I was hoping somebody with the knowledge and know-how would know something about that, as I've heard that what you read in your books might potentially be true.
I mean, I would say you might want to go to the police. They're good at finding people.
I don't think that's going to help me.
Oh. Son.
But you've been around here, yes? You live here.
Yes. We have an apartment above the bookstore.
And this whole area is all just mining and mechanicals, yes?
Well, I mean, it's the planet is known for mining. I mean, this section of town is the mostly for merchants. So,
what about people that are people come and go and everything else and whatnot? What about people who are not so nice?
well, I mean, if we have people that need to be arrested, I mean, the police come and take them away. But
Is that common here?
I mean, there's people that try and steal things sometimes, and people that start fights. But for the most part, it's a fairly peaceful town.
And what about the other sections here?
Well, I'm not allowed outside of the market district, so
Why not? No one's taking you?
I mean, between school and the store, it's Pop doesn't go anywhere, so I just stay here.
Books. Okay. What is the bookstore?
It is number 4, just so you know, on the map. So to the south.
Okay. You guys have books for history, yes?
There are some history books, yeah. I haven't seen a lot that reference the planet, but there are, galactic history.
That might infuse to me. Why don't you go ahead and try to kick the ball? I bet you'll be surprised. All your skill sets will come to bear.
Oh, okay, mister. He will wade into the gaggle of children and try and kick the ball. Most of the kids are just essentially playing keep away.
I'm going to telekinetically influence the ball to go into his path. And now I assume the game they're playing, they have a goal or something.
Not really. It's mostly just kick back and forth, kick it against the wall, kick back and forth.
All right, I'm going to turn this kid into the next freaking soccer freaking Marvel.
Pele.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay. What do you do?
Basically, I'm going to stunt the pathways or whatever, so it basically manipulates and bounces back towards him. And he's going to bounce that damn thing, and it's going to come right back, and bounce that damn thing, and it's going to come right back, and whatever the hell he's doing.
Okay. What I'm going to need then is, I'm going to say expend 3. Expend isn't the right word. You're going to use 3 points of your psychic energy for the scene.
Ow, really?
That is quite a bit of telekinetic energy that you're focusing.
No, I'm just shifting the pathway.
But remember, It's regenerated at the end of the scene anyway.
Oh, okay.
So unless you're doing more,
Unless I get shot at in the same scene. Hey, who the fuck are you? All right. 1, 2, 3. Done.
okay. So yeah, the kid is going to be amazed at his own ability. The kids are going to be dumbfounded. They'll be more inclined to include him in the future, which of course is not going to go well because he still sucks.
No. I did my good deed for the day.
Yep.
Might have been the bad deed for the day. I don't know. We'll find out.
All right.
And I'm gonna head to this freaking bookstore.
Okay. So that'll change the scene. So your energy is replenished. All right. So you come up to a bookstore. The thing that you notice before anything else is the smell of. If you've ever been in a bookstore, that smell of pages.
Libraries, yeah.
Yeah. It's so different from what you're used to. That odor hits you, and it's just like this feeling of home.
All right. Okay. Interesting.
Well, I mean, you're a psychic, so you've studied. You've spent a lot of time in front of books.
Going in.
Okay. Inside, there are just shelves and shelves of different books. Some are leather bound, some are encased in what looks like plastic, some have almost metallic covers. But it's just shelves upon shelves of books. Inside, there's elderly gentlemen, not old, obviously, but slightly older than you. Puttering around, he appears to be not stocking shelves, but rearranging. He hasn't noticed that you've come in.
Good. Was it afternoon, morning, evening?
It's still morning.
Good morning.
Ah, sir. Can I help you find anything?
I'm more interested in your history, as well as potentially what you have on. I have a fascination of otherworldly mysticism.
Well, history, we have somewhat limited supply. We have some books about the planet from when the first settlement was started, but for the most part, it's fairly scarce or sparse. Most of our history books are more galactic history. Settlement, or not settlements, but how the expansion affected the galaxy. You were saying otherworldly things? What exactly are you thinking?
See, I have this problem, and I'm trying to. I've been off planet, and there's been, historical accounts of these people who can see things and do things, and I'm trying to find my wife, and I'm hoping that maybe something here is going to point me in the right direction.
Trying to find your wife. What was she lost on this planet?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I'm not sure what kind of books you'd be looking for as far as trying to find information that would help you find your wife. Otherworldly. I mean, the closest thing I can think of is, I mean,
I'm desperate enough to go to a fortune teller at this point if I have to.
oh God, I'm trying to think of the military organization. I don't think there was an actual organization of military. The Galactic Protectorate employs psychics. I mean, they may be able to help. We don't really have any information other than, I mean, there's some biographies from different heroes, I guess, but I mean, it's mostly, I wouldn't say fantastical, but it's not exactly informational.
Where is this Galactic Protectorate now?
I mean, they're scattered throughout the galaxy.
Where's the closest one? I'll make you work today.
Probably. Well, there would be a contingent at the shipyard at Zeran. But as far as like an outpost or an actual base, I'd have to look at some star charts. I don't have that off the top of my head.
It's not like barred from entry to the Zeran?
The which what?
It's not barred from entry to the Zeran? I'm not going to get shot blasted into oblivion.
The spaceport is where they construct ships. So, I mean, the port itself is open to the public, and they do a lot of business of selling ships. Some of which go to military operations, some of which are bought privately. So there's a contingent there for guarding the port, but I'm not entirely sure what you're looking for.
Just information, but you've helped me. Thank you very much. By the way, your son brought me here. He's a good salesman. Good soccer player too, or whatever it is, the ball you were playing.
He's a good kid. I wish I could do more for him, but since my wife died, we've had to make do.
Well, sir, you have a good day. Thank you very much for the information, and peace be upon you.
You as well. I'm sorry I didn't have any books that you were looking for, but thank you for stopping by.
Be upon you, huh?
Okay.
It's better than saying Namaste or some shit. I'm gonna exit and well, let's see. All right, so.
Do svidanya, comrade.
Hey, Bregwin.
All right, so good perspective on the planet. if things start floating or whatever, it's gonna probably fucking cause people to freak the fuck out and all this other shit. So, got it. That is good information.
Okay.
Adults have knowledge of said individuals. They know they exist. Kids kind of are kept in the dark about it, at least per se. So, all right, cool. Well, fucking dead end, sort of. Well, I'm going to go keep exploring some more. I'm going to head to, because I feel like making Guido work some more. I'm going to see about this orange area, since we still have time.
South? Okay.
Yep.
All right. I will get back to that in just a minute. Meanwhile, was Snake doing anything else?
He is tidying up the ship and that kind of thing. He's just
Okay.
taking the day off, but he doesn't want his face out there.
Okay.
If something comes up on the radio, then I'll go join, but he's just kind of laying low, I guess you could say.
Okay. Well, the pilot's going to eventually get up and just start puttering around doing some general maintenance. But other than that, it's pretty quiet. So, Valley, what are you doing?
We came to an agreement?
Yes.
Good. Hopefully we won't be interrupted by no more intrusions. I am now moving to go see if Sue is fitted into her armature.
All right. So you walk into the armature store. And
oh, by the way, I did give that guy Leo gift. Severus credit for 10K.
Okay, good. I assumed you were, but excellent. So you walk in, and Leonid, he's coming out of the back, and he has the biggest smile you think you have ever seen. Did you give your name last time? I think you did. Okay.
Yes. I mean, I'm not just going to leave some shit as that guy.
I couldn't remember if you had given like a false name or something. So, okay. So as you walk in, he's going to see you. And like I said, huge smile. Valley, perfect timing. Please come on back.
Flip the cosign on the door and deadbolt the motherfucker.
You follow him into the back, and it's just this workshop that's covered in tools and spare parts and pieces of armatures. And laying on a table is your the body that you had acquired from what's her name from the previous planet.
Sue?
It is Sue, yes. Well,
what did you say you acquired from a previous planet? I'm a little confused.
The body. Armature, the body laying on the table is the body that you had acquired from the armature salesman at the previous planet, whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either.
Well, okay, you find me a picture of Trick that is smiling. Come on. It's the best I could do on short notice. Eyes trolling me. Anyway, so the armature is laying there on the table. And so you walk in following Leonid, and I've just finished the final diagnostics, and everything seems to be in working order. What was there? Was there anything else that you wanted before we finish up?
No.
Okay. So he'll walk over to the table. There's a little display sticking up out of the table. Type in some stuff, and the eyes on the armature open, and the head looks around, and the body will sit up.
I wave at it.
You are Valley.
The one and only, yes.
I can see.
And you can hear, you can see, you can talk, you can move your arms and legs, and you can walk.
This movement is fascinating. I've had some practice, but can we walk?
Yes.
I would like to walk.
Well, you can walk with me down to the business bureau. And we can file for our next venture.
I think I would like that very much. Leonid is just standing there. Again, he's just got a huge smile on his face, and if I remember correctly, you had paid him previously, yes?
Yes, I did on last episode, 3,000 credits.
Okay. As you can see, the workmanship is impeccable. Was there anything else I could help you with?
No, I appreciate it very much. Let's just keep this on the. We'll be okay.
Well, if you have any other armature needs, please come see me.
I will most definitely will, Leo. Appreciate it.
Well, there's not really anything else I can do for you. So
shake his hand.
Excellent. Yeah, he'll shake your hand. He'll do the grip and like put his hand over, to do the double shake thing. And he'll walk out front with you.
Okay. Unlock the door. Walk out.
Damn it, Justin, that's just wrong.
I don't know what.
I remember reading that chain of conversation. That ain't right.
No AI stuff. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, Justin. I'm not doing that.
All right, so you guys exit the shop. Sue is going to follow you.
And we'll walk into the Better Business Bureau.
All right.
You like walking, Sue?
This is quite the sensation.
Oh, you like the little Sue face, Justin? Can't hear him.
Yeah, he's muted.
All right. We had to find that. That was, I forget where we found it. We found it and we made a video.
Yeah, there's a website that it's like the Uncanny Valley AI. And it is just creepy as hell. And yeah, I just recorded.
Yeah. You can like build your own girlfriend there. Anyways, all right. So I'm just gonna go file the a seer transportation for a new business, and then head back to the ship.
Okay, so you go into the business office. They have you fill out some paperwork, and So you are registering the ICER shipping company.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get some information from you. Do you have a ship to register?
Not yet, but I will here
But
soon.
it's a shipping company?
Yeah, we have a ship, but it's a shipping company, but we don't have any vehicles that are owned by the company yet. You can't own a vehicle by the company for a company that doesn't exist yet. So now you have me in a conundrum.
I was just trying to confirm if there was a ship to register for the shipping company. I'm assuming you'll come back and register the ship once you have a ship.
Yep.
So
That'll be my next endeavorment.
okay. Well, we'll hopefully see you back soon.
All right. Appreciate it.
How much did it cost to register the other one? Was it 500?
1,000.
Okay. All right. So by this time, it's pushing 2:00 in the afternoon. What are Tavor and Snake doing?
At this point, he's probably going to look for some chow.
Okay. I hear the strip club has good food.
Oh, fucking shit.
Oh, come on. That was funny.
Is it free pizza night?
Like dinner at the Y.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I was still going to check out the orange area. So
that area is mostly storage, warehouses. That's basically the easiest way to describe the district.
it's all fucking manufacturing. Yeah. It's my hometown. Huh. Fuck it. Well, that's not going to give me very much lay of Lance. What's the outer perimeters look like? I'm gonna vacate and do some goddamn physical reconnaissance of everything.
Okay.
So, I want to explore.
All right. So to the west is the high-end market. You've got bakers and bathworks.
Bakers.
And then to the northeast, it's more the northeast has more of the working class. That's where the miners, when they're not out on the mining platforms, that's where they live and spend most of their time.
All right. Well, the only thing I'm going to look at is, since they have bakers and shops near and shit like that, I'm going to get something to fucking eat and just kind of sit and just kind of chill while things get into motion. Since really, we're trying to secure things off this planet, plus on top of what we got going on to basically move on. That's already underway. So there's really nothing for him to really do other than try to kill time. So,
okay.
Anything that he had of interest was.
I'm assuming you just saw Big Head's comment.
Yeah, I think he missed me dying earlier when I typed that shit in there. So really, he's just the information he wanted to get is not going to be here, apparently, or he hasn't found it yet. So,
so yeah, there's a couple of areas that you could go to get something to eat. There's several restaurants, basically depending on what kind of food you're looking for. So,
fucking big old fat fucking steak.
okay.
Jesus, better not be Shodan.
So, if you're looking at the map, number 13 is a field where they harvest, not harvest, that's not the right word.
Spice.
Raise the equivalent of cattle.
A butcher.
Well, so think more along the lines as opposed to cattle, but the what are the things in Fallout?
Brahmin.
Brahmin, thank you. They're very similar to Brahmin.
Fuck. I'm eating radiation.
They're not irradiated. It's
Okay.
just for a description. Number 12, just to the east, is a butcher / restaurant that takes the Brahmin and serves them.
All right, I'm going there.
All right. So, would you like a booth or a table?
I want a booth.
Okay. Is it just yourself?
For now.
Very well.
The neighbors. Jumper cables.
Jumper cables are not going to help with the Brahmin.
Just me and my AI girlfriend.
I mean, if it helps start her if she battery dies.
You never know. Some girls are into that shit.
Oh man.
So the waitress will take you into a booth and give you a menu. Would you like anything to drink to get started?
What do you have?
We have house wine and some ales and water.
Stout.
Very well. We'll see what we have.
Very good. Very good.
She'll come back shortly with a black ale.
It's not a stout.
It's very stout.
All right.
I'm not going to go through the whole, taking your order. I'm assuming you're going to want food. She will, take your order. I'm assuming you have money to pay for.
What's she want?
What does she want as far as like money to total is going to be 30 credits.
Fucking bitch. All right.
No, the waitress is not very stout.
All right, done.
Okay. All right. So you're having lunch, and Snake is still puttering around the ship with the pilot.
Yep.
All right. Valley, you finish at the business office.
Showing Sue how to do certain things, do the things, everything else. And, while we're down there, we might as well go get her a little galactic ID made.
Okay. Sure. There's somewhere to get an ID. You go to the DMV.
The SMV,
Yeah.
the space motorized vehicle.
There's a line going out the door. People have been waiting there for a week. You know, the usual. Take a number. Next serving 97. You have
What's my number?
3.
I have 3.
Yeah.
I'm late. I'm supposed to. I got number 3. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to remember the scene from Beetlejuice. You know, the big log number. No, it's not that bad. If you are seriously going to get an ID, are you trying to get a human ID or are you trying to get a
It's classified now as human AID, so it's a walking armature. So the armature, whatever form of identification it needs. Am I trying to get one? Oh, that's a good question. It's a good question.
because there's the different kinds of shells.
Yes, and she has a sense shell. So without a detailed medical examination, she can pass as human.
So you are doing a human.
Sure. I'm
Okay.
just doing an ID. I didn't know I had to classify fucking. I guess it's a whole new meaning of race. Now it's no longer like white, black, whatever. It's like AI.
Because there's the different kinds. Where's the AI page? Goddamn.
Yep.
True artificial and here we go. Partial. So that doesn't answer my question. Okay. All right. You're going to try and pass her off as fully human.
Oh my God, I gotta roll.
Yeah, if you're going to try and pass her off because you're familiar with how she is responding to inquiries.
Yeah. She is autistic.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a talk roll.
Is it not rolling? It's not. Oh, I'm on the wrong fucking page. That's why. Shit. Oh.
Damn.
Of course.
The hot streak continues.
Yep. Of course it does. Okay.
Take this motherfucker to Vegas.
Oh shit.
Only for roll 20 rolls. Do they have like gambling roll 20?
All right. So with the bonus from saying she's autistic, I'm going to give you a +1 from that. So,
Did you have her vaccinated, sir?
I mean, apparently that's what some people say causes autism, so I guess so.
Bastards.
She's already past her half-life if she was not intoxicated, not vaccinated.
Okay. Yeah. So you convince her that she's a human, not an AI. She's a little confused as to why this is the first time she's being identified. She's actually getting entered into the system for an ID. But
we've been traveling the whole time, several years. We normally don't stop. We just go around. We're looking and checking out different things and trying to travel a vast amount. And, over the time, and then, with the old drive in there before we upgraded to a spike drive, it really took a long time. And because she was young in the worlds that we would get to, then her mother passed. Been rough.
Yeah, she is convinced. So you'll get a temporary ID, obviously, to start. They'll have the permanent one ready in a week.
Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. I mean, fuck, you guys still can't fucking print out man fucking cards? Are you serious? It's the year 32 fucking hundred.
Thank you.
You know what the fucked up part is? Kentucky can give you your ID that day. Like you walk in, they're like, fucking, hey, how you doing? Fucking welcome to motherfucking day. Okay, fucking just print. There you go.
And they still can't do it in the future.
Kentucky can do it.
They just have to finalize the paperwork and finish the background check.
Come back clean.
Yep. Assuming everything comes back clean, it'll be ready by the end of the day.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Be back. I'm gonna take Sue outside and be like, Sue, everyone here, because you have a body, is gonna believe you're human. So one of the things is, I want you to work on your cognitive reason, perception of others. Because in the world, people will try to influence you to do things. And you have to be able to figure it out.
I really want to comment, but I don't want this to go down a path that we don't want to discuss. I understand, Valley. I will endeavor to research human nature, and I'll work on learning how to better interact with humans.
Fine. Until then, just tell them you're autistic.
Very well. Hold on.
Oh, you were in character.
No, he did not take the AI to the bathroom. So,
Dialogue you're just.
Yes, dear. I will endeavor to communicate with humans better.
yes. Sounds good. You're going to be the director of cognitive reasoning.
My wife was just commenting, oh, you were in character when you said that.
All right. So I'm going to start. Oh, shit. We got to maintain a hangout and wait for this. So I'm going to call Snake.
Okay.
Snake. And buddy.
You've reached Snake's phone. He's not available right now. No. Okay. What you need, man?
Question. When you were with Brian and you guys were talking to Severus about the cost of stuff and everything else, I got an idea. We need to find out where we can buy 20 tons of this, but it's going to be an investment from all of us. So I'll talk to all of you. Yep, I got a new person I want you to meet. Well, I mean, you know them, but you know them, but it's a new friend.
Sounds unnecessarily mysterious, but
It'll be okay. I'm sure she can assist you in your studies.
wanna know what I like to do? I like to hang upside down and take my gun and put it together real fast before my nose start to bleed.
I remember making making that video of that AI thingy, moving the mouse around so the head moves.
Yep.
I'm gonna make a YouTube video and post that link of that as a comment on Justin's thing.
You want me to just give you the file?
I sent it to you.
Did you? It doesn't matter. We'll if you already have it, cool. So anyway.
Yeah. All right.
So Tavor's having lunch. I don't think you have contacted anyone else. Are you planning to?
Me?
No, Tavor.
Gonna head back when I'm done. This.
Okay. It's delicious. The ale pairs well with the Brahmin meat. There's some other root type vegetables that go well. They're not potatoes, but they're similar. Fava beans.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, and I head back.
Okay. And so, Valley, you're headed back to the ship?
After we get the ID card.
So it's going to be a couple hours before the ID card is ready. So you're either going to spend a couple hours basically wandering around town or head back to the ship and then go back. I just need to know what your plan is.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be several hours before the ID card is ready.
Yeah, I mean, does she have to be there to pick up the ID card, or can they fucking have a courier fucking run it to me?
She would need to pick it up.
I mean, several hours. I guess I'm gonna go back. I mean, they close at 4, right? And it's 2, so like 2 hours. We're gonna sit there for 2 hours and people watch. And I'm gonna point out different things about different people. I'm like, you see over here? And he's all like, he's addicted to some kind of methamphetamine. He's very paranoid, looking the fuck around. That person over there. So, and just start teaching her like things that I can notice and spot out of.
Okay.
Random people. So that way she can start seeing different things.
Give me a no roll. This will determine how well you are teaching her these like human behaviors.
Yeah. But I get to re-roll that 1.
That's true.
Fucking shit. Do I get to re-roll that 1? Because every one I roll, I get to re-roll. So
that's true.
It fucking sucks. Why do you gotta do this to me? Knowledge is not my fucking best aspect.
Dude. Just hit your up arrow.
I think it has been burned.
Okay.
Down better.
All right. So that's what, an 8 then? No.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. She seems rather confused at first as to what it is that you're trying to teach her, but she starts catching on and identifying the traits that you are informing her of. She will be more apt to be able to identify certain aspects of people in the future.
Mm-hmm. Like when people start laughing and they're talking to each other and it's true, they'll start to get crow's feet in their smiles. Or if they're not and they're just laughing just to do it, they won't happen. Or the little small tails, what what's that show? Lie to Me. I watched a lot of that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
so
good
all
show.
the facial quirks and stuff, I started explaining those.
The micro expressions.
Yes.
That was such a good
Microaggression.
Not microaggression. I am a yeah. I'm sorry, I'm a little tense right now.
Okay. So Tavor, you get back to the ship. Snake's there. He's been doing some research and doing some
Cleaning my mag rifle.
Is that what they're calling it nowadays?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't go off.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't.
That'll put a hole in the ship.
Valley's still not back yet.
I show up yet?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You arrive back at the ship.
Oh.
I'm right back and I'm not there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do weapon maintenance too.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Hold on.
Anything else?
No, I'm
Okay.
sitting.
All right. So nothing else going on. Then Valley's going to get back, and he has company with him.
What's the age of this thing? Yeah, that's Sue. Sue, you see the picture of Sue? That's her. About fucking 5 feet tall.
So you're coming back to the ship with this.
It's a walking person, yeah. Guys!
I thought you said we couldn't bring prostitutes back to the ship.
Not a prostitute. Are Snake. Brian. Pilot guy. No, got his name. This is Sue. Sue? You know Mr. Snake and Mr. Tavar and Mr. Brian? Pilot?
Oh.
So she will walk up to each of you individually and basically look you up and down, and then very awkwardly stick out her hand to as if to shake.
I think I'm still trying to process this.
Tavar, have you ever seen a movie called Terminator?
Tavar just goes dun 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 dun. I look at Valley and grab her hand and shake it and just give him this look like
Lilu, multipass. Sue, multipass.
just staring right at him and going.
You could now be a productive part of the crew and part of Pew-Pew Anonymous.
I am going to shake her hand, but I'm going to have a look of abject horror while I'm looking at Valley. And we should discuss this.
So as she is shaking each of your hands, she is going
Crushes all your metacarpals.
No. She is going to say, your name, and it is a pleasure to meet you in person.
Your blood alcohol content is 0.06.
The pleasure is mine, Miss Sue.
Indeed.
I'm trying to maintain like normal facial expressions, but it's locking down the
Go ahead and
immense confusion.
give me a perform check.
Who?
Yeah, Tavor and
Charisma.
Snake for I think it's perform. To see how well you are holding back your emotion.
Yeah.
Not very well.
So as Sue is shaking your hand and greeting each of you, she will then turn to Valley and say, "It appears that I have upset your comrades. Please, I am sorry."
Oh, they did not understand or the full aspect of what was going on. The last time that anyone probably recognized or knew of you was when you were sitting on the ship and I policed you up and we got separated from our comrades because they all took a detour to another location. And then you saw Tavar at the, well, you didn't see him, but he saw you at the psychic school. And Tavar, you probably didn't assume what was going on when I picked up the package on the way back. But if Sue is going to be a part of our team, I figure with her ability and reasoning and processing powers, she can assist Snake in all of our studies and junctures and stuff with that, and further his research on Maltech. Is that what it is, right?
Yeah. But
So,
I believe she was designed. What was your designation for, Sue? I believe it was for hyperspace travel and those sort of calculations.
So her original programming, what was it?
what she was being utilized for in the underground facility was to calculate the number of megatons that the cobalt.
Oh yeah, she was doing.
You were thinking of a different AI. That'll come up later.
She was doing the tri-cobalt tip weapon.
Yeah. So I would be pleased to assist you if you have research needs.
Oh, we have plenty of research to do.
All right.
Tell me, what's the limit? What's the limit on your body? What's the power capacity? I assume you will have to recharge.
Powered by the core. Unless she increases processing and then requires additional batteries.
It's gonna go horribly wrong in chat. I can already tell. My precognition is.
You can terminal reflection that alternate outcome. You want to change that now?
Currently, my power supply is designed to not require recharging or additional powering couplers, though if I'm not mistaken, that could be upgraded.
Well, that's interesting. And what are there any interfaces designed directly into your system for manipulation of computer systems, or are you going to use physical manipulation as humans?
She does not have any augmentations. She is just a straight Sith, and without a detailed medical inspection, she should pass as human.
As an AI, she has some basic abilities.
Access to the quantum web.
Yeah, and the ability to basically I'll say, split her consciousness so that she can do multiple calculations at once.
Sort of like I can burp and fart at the same time.
Yeah, no. I don't know where that stat is right off the top of my head, but basically,
So she basically has an internal reactor that can provide power for a normal amount of movement.
Basically, think of her as a level 1 character. So
what are you trying? What are you trying to figure out? Like, does she have a power source in her? The quantum core is what powers the armature.
Okay.
And so in order for it to articulate and stuff, because it can literally, the quantum core of an AI can literally be cut as long as it leaves more than 40% undamaged and then become dormant. And you can set it into another armature so it can self back up if you destroy another one. So she doesn't, it's not like a little nuclear reactor and stuff that's in there. It's like she didn't have a reactor in the other one. It's the core that provides the processing.
Armatures can have power cores installed to then allow them to do more. But a basic armature does not need the additional power.
And this is basic.
And how many AI armatures would I have? I mean, I'm assuming as someone with, well,
if you've been to a tech level 4 world or better, you've seen fucking armatures.
AIs running around in armatures. I thought AIs were Maltech for some reason.
Oh dear. What did Brayquin clip? I'll have to check that later. But yes, as a scholar, you would be familiar with armatures. You've never seen an armature with an AI per se. Well, that's not. You've seen armatures with very basic AIs. Most would be doing just menial labor, like I keep wanting to say stocking shelves in a library.
Digging latrines.
Yeah, digging latrines. Just, yeah, menial labor.
So those are more automatons, though. That's just a... Yeah.
To a certain extent, yes.
If you've been to a TL4 plus world and studied Maltech, you'd know that they can be placed into there. You'd also know there's different types of armatures, from being construction work to anything else, where you can actually put an AI or you can put the consciousness of a person in. They also have Warbot AIs, armatures.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the... I didn't look at the new book because Maltech wasn't one of the categories anymore.
Oh, the skills? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about it later if you want more information, but
I'll read the book.
I can also send you the transhuman mandate.
Yeah, there's a expansion that is a free download from drivethrurpg.com.
Okay.
So
Transhuman.
Meanwhile, Tavor. So you have had this also uncomfortable conversation.
Well, what else haven't you told us, Mr. Valley?
Oh, it's not that I didn't tell you. It's you were there when I picked it up. You just didn't ask. So we need to go to Cartwright, which is just south of Stellar. And we're going to have to fund this spaceship and then some. So I'm proposing that we all invest $35,000 to fill each in order to fill this vehicle with the ore from this planet. So it'll be a total of 140,000 credits. So we can transport it from here to Cartwright and then sell it.
So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the star map here.
If you look, we are currently located it's on the star map. Let me pull it up here for you. We're currently located at 0404, this little scrap place. If we shoot up to 0203 and then over to 003, we'll be one system short of the stellar organization we originally contracted by Nikolai in order to do. Nikolai said he wanted Cartwright to produce more ships and items and things in conjunction and better than Stellar, and Stellar was getting a better deal. Well, I have an idea that we can make and deliver some stuff there so we can hold and close out our Nikolai mission and receive the remaining 500 credits from that before we move on to other things. It will take approximately 2 weeks to travel. There'll be 2 jumps.
So, not to interrupt, but Nikolai's mission to you was to disrupt the production of Stella Syndicate, which is the shipbuilding facility at 0002 on basically in a orbital station above Zoran.
And to disrupt their manufacturing of it, we will offset the economic balance of where they get the ore for the starships.
So in sector 0003 on what's that planet? Sorry.
0203.
Hayes or Hala?
Yeah, it's either I think it's Hayes. On planet Hayes is another starship manufacturing organization. Planet Hayes, which is Cartwright Multistellar, who is the competitor of the Stella Syndicate. Again, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to clarify some data.
Yeah, but it's also the interpretation of how he said it to the character. So instead of going and destroying yet another world or planet or space station, I figured we can just disrupt the economic stature on how they receive their ore by making a deal with Cartwright.
Well, that sounds all fine and dandy, but I'm a scholar. I don't exactly have 35,000 credits rolling around in my pockets.
Yeah, but I know a guy. I know a guy. So if you're willing to make the investment,
I'm okay with this, but I would have no vesting interest in it. So I could give you information on what he's trying to do and how he's trying to build it, but
so as a scholar, you have no needs for funds.
well, I mean, I like beer, but
Somebody's gonna have to buy it. Do you like gear? you like research materials? Do you like, gaining access?
Don't get me wrong, there's room for funds, but I also can't make the investment. I don't have any fun. I don't have that kind of credit. I'm a roving scholar. I was looking for Maltech. I found some.
So think of it this way. I will make the connections in order to get the investment from each of us. So then at the end of the turn, when everything goes out from over here for us to make the delivery, I'm saying we can all do that and then turn around. Each of you guys can make 5,000 a piece just for riding along.
What you're saying is the investment initially comes from the production of whatever you have going on. Yes?
Yeah. Well, that and some people I know and some things. So I can make the investment, which I'll have to transfer, those funds and stuff over to, plus the interest for getting such funds and investment. And then once we complete the load and receive payment, then, as long as everything goes smooth, Brian, you, Tavar, and Snake will walk away with 5,000 credits.
After you've collected your investment.
After I collect and pay the investment, yes.
Right. So it sounds like what you're asking for is authorization to take it that way, as opposed to us slapping 35,000 credits on the table. Yes?
I mean, if it is or not, look. If it's not, I'll go take, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I'm not saying you have to hand over 35,000 credits in order to do it. I can vouch for the thing and get it, but it would take, once we return the payment of the costs up front, plus the investment cost, this is what will be left from us to walk away with.
And would create reoccurring revenue for advancement into, say, ship purchasing to get off the planet to proceed on with mission.
We're keeping the ship that we're in now.
Faster travel is my concern.
Faster travel will eventually come once we start completing missions and stuff for Pew-Pew. Now that we're a registered business in the site, we do have one little thing that may come up, or two, that I've hit the email beforehand that we've dealt with. So I'm sure after we do this, we'll have some funds in order to make those travels.
Either that or the end of the universe. Let's go.
I'm fine with it.
Brian?
Yeah, sounds good.
I just look at him and go.
Sue?
Your judgment sounds valid.
Okay. Well, where can we find 20 tons of this ore? Snake?
Looks like you should be able to go to a trader's market and get an arrangement with a free merchant, and they'll direct you where to pick up a load. I'm just making some shit up, Guido.
I was like, huh.
Well, I was just making some shit up so he didn't have to, but.
So
how do we have to do it?
If I understand what Valley is asking, it's more arranging the purchase of the ore from the miners, not from pilots who are trying to transport it.
Yeah.
So what he's looking for is more tracking down the miners who are in the process of selling before it goes to the pilots of those free merchants.
Well, I was just figuring there should be there would be a market of some kind where you said, hey, here's your equivalent of Craigslist or the commodities exchange in Chicago, where it's this is where they trade it. You can buy it at this. If it gets more popular, the price goes up, et cetera, if it's a free market economy.
So I'll go ahead and give this to you. In the southwestern district, there is the outfitters, where pilots vie for purchasing cargo.
Okay.
And that is, I'm going to switch back to the other.
I guess I'm going to head over there then.
Thank you. So that would be here at number 9.
Okay.
So that would be,
So there's a market basically, and you go there to speak with contacts.
right. That's where people go to sell to the pilots who are looking to transport it to buyers.
Okay. So I would relay that.
All right, I'm going over there.
Okay.
So you want to hang out on the ship and learn some stuff from Mr. Snake and Tavar?
I think I'll go with you, Mr. Valley.
Awesome.
I give Snake a shitty grin because I know he's fucking uncomfortable with the AI.
I go back to putting my mag rifle back together and wink.
Don't shoot it.
I will not. Be absurd.
I don't know how the fuck we get over there because I don't see like a road. I see like a broken bridge.
Bet there's a.
It's connected. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're gonna head over to where are we at right now? In the gold section?
Yeah, you're basically at number 6 over here. Yeah.
We're going here. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Just takes a couple of minutes.
You've been busy.
I'm always busy, Tavar. I'm always busy. Always busy trying to make magic happen, move things, and get things done in order to get the thing. Told you I'd have you a ship within a week. Got you a ship. Now we just got to make the money in order to get there. It's a start. It won't fund us forever, but it is a start to go. And as soon as we accomplish this and get a little scratch and put some little money back into Pew-Pew, we'll have another mission.
Mm-hmm.
In order to collect funds.
It's the end goal. I don't see, however, any more guidance I'm going to receive, so...
You know which way we are supposed to go.
I'm hoping I can find out at some point.
That might be a little help instead of us just flying around in the same sector. But
It'll keep us busy for the
don't
time
want to
being.
start jumping sectors yet until we get things going. There's a couple of things we can handle in this sector. This will put some little scratch, about 5K in your pocket, in order to facilitate whatever psychics do. I don't know what you spend your money on. Training, knowledge, schools, adaptations, some nifty handguns.
Libations.
Yeah. But, and money does motivate a lot of people. And even though it doesn't seem to motivate too much on Snake, I do think having funds to be able to purchase things he needs to research or do things will take some of the strain off of him that way. And he does get the aspect, he may have to buy some new rounds. I think he's running low if I lost count.
We will need lots more funding before this is through, I'm sure.
Especially if you're trying to get to the center of the universe.
It's either that or we die.
We're gonna die anyways. It's just a matter of when, right?
It doesn't matter.
It
Depends on who's going with us.
Well, at least I might see it coming.
Yeah, well, for some people that would suck. I don't want to know when I'm gonna die.
I'll let you know.
No, don't tell me, Tavar. Don't. You're about to fucking take a -1. You tell me when I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get upset.
Ah.
All right. I gotta go to the trade market.
Okay. The building is rather large. It's basically set up, if you can imagine, kind of a mix between Wall Street and a cattle auction.
All right, what's the going rate on this right now? Should be around 7K a ton.
Yeah, it's fluctuating between 6,500, 7,500, depending on which mining organization is selling.
Is there one organization that has 20 tons?
No. The closest that anything comes is one organization has 13. They are currently selling at they're going to be on the high end. They're trying to offload terrible business practice at the 7,500.
All right. Well, let me go look see who's got 5s on the low end. Then people trying to get rid of their products so they can go to fuck home. It is the end of the day.
Okay. There are several different mining organizations that have 3, 4, 5 tons at the 7,000.
Cool. I guess I'm gonna have to roll a talk roll, or do you want to roll a trade roll in order to see if I can't get it cheaper? So if they're rolling at 7,000.
So here's what I'll do. You can get 10 tons at basically an average between all of the prices at the 7,000.
Okay.
So some of them are asking the 75. Some of them
So
are asking.
that average. So 10 tons at 7,000. That's 70K.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm looking to acquire 10 more tons.
Okay.
Need a total of 20 tons.
Okay. So you're going for the full 20. Now, do you have the funds to buy it? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You're going to get a couple of people interested when they basically when they see you buying. They will approach you and talk to you about buying their product. What I want is actually a notice roll from both of you.
Sudden flashbacks of some interested bitch in a bar all of a sudden.
That's a horrible notice roll.
Who might be trying to fucking... Okay, I'm going to ask again. Intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom.
All right.
Okay.
Damn, Tavar, good roll.
Yeah, Valley, you don't notice anything, but Tavor, you notice that several pilots have taken an interest and are trying to get closer to you and Valley.
Oh, Mr. Valley, it seems we've drawn some attention.
Hmm.
I just kind of gaze my eyes over. Not moving my head.
Now that it's been pointed out, can I see it?
Yeah. You recognize the behavior of people that are displeased with you trying to come in and basically take their business.
It's the end of the day. If they were buying, they should have bought earlier. Cool. Awesome. I ignore him, but I keep a watchful eye.
Okay. You'll end up again enough finagling. I'm not going to have you roll on it.
So just all at 7K a ton.
It'll equal out to 7K. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have all that shit delivered to my dock so that way they can drop it off, because I mean that's where they're gonna have to.
Okay.
Because here's where they do all the finagling and stuff, and then the ship port's where they're gonna have to load it. So.
All right. Yeah, you give them the docking
what's
bay.
The name of this? Chromium.
Corium.
Spell it.
Corium.
All right, good, got it. Oh my God, I'm broke now.
Do you say that out loud?
No. No, but regardless of whether you believe it or not, I already may not be a precog, but I already foresaw us making this endeavorment. So.
You understand my end state goal? If this gets us to the end state goal, I have no qualms. Things tend to work out regardless of the perceived lunacy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we're not...
All right, when can it be delivered and loaded onto the ship?
So considering the multitude of different mining organizations that you have bought from, it's going to take a couple of days to coordinate getting everything delivered to the ship.
I guess they're not in a hurry to get rid of their shit as they pretend to be.
Well, they can't all deliver at once.
No. They can't, but...
So they have to coordinate with the dockmaster to get their shipment in to the docking bay to have it delivered without interfering with other ships and other deliveries. So with all of the different deliveries, it's going to take 2 days.
Okay. All right. Take 2 days. It's coordinated. All right. Well, I'm going to head back and go to the ship.
Okay.
I'm going to pay attention to see if we're being meticulously followed or tailed.
I'm not even going to have you roll on that. Yes, you are absolutely being followed.
Okay. All right. So I imagine this is a public area and they're keeping their distance, obviously, with people and personnel around and whatnot.
Can we throw them off the bridge? Like, this is Sparta!
Let's kill some more people. Fuck yeah.
Yes?
Who am I to judge, man?
You may want to roll intuition. That might be a bad idea.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Yes, that's what I want to do. I'm saying we're being tailed. My question was, we're being tailed in a public area.
Oh,
People
yes.
around.
I was answering Valley's question of can we throw them off the bridge?
I would like to telekinetically de-pants this motherfucker so it attracts a scene, so his need to want to tail me is gone.
Okay. Go ahead and expend the effort.
0.
Is it actually 0?
Well, let's see here.
I thought it was at least 1 point to do telekinesis.
The psychic can exert force as if with one hand and their own strength.
Okay.
Unless he's got some really fucking heavy pants.
Well, that'd actually make it easier, but you know.
Or he's really big boy floating or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Suspenders, you know. Yeah, so as you're walking through the I'll say the marketplace, and are you doing it before you leave the building?
As we're walking and the notification of us being tailed, I want to dissuade people from committing any kind of violent atrocities on us right now. So, and last thing they want to do is be noticed, so I'm going to make sure they get really noticed.
So it sounds like you would be doing that more as you are leaving the auction building. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, as you guys exit, you do your telekinesis. The pants fall to the floor. You hear several people in the, I'll say, audience burst out laughing. You hear angry cries of just, anger. And go ahead and give me a sneak roll.
I'm not hiding this from Valley, if that's what you mean.
Oh, no. I was assuming you are going to then blend into the crowd. Not the crowd, but the people that are dispersing. You're trying to blend in to attempt.
We are. Well, sort of, yeah. I think he'd be more focused on his pants, if this is the idea, but sure, yeah. Dexterity. Boom.
So you can either do Dex or Charisma.
Oh, we're gonna do Charisma. God damn it. With the added bonus of him being distracted from his pants falling.
I just need to know how well Valley rolls.
I'm going to do Charisma as well because, that's what I roll.
Okay.
So you guys... It's not quite Assassin's Creed level of blending in, but you blend in with other people that are leaving, and you are fairly certain that the people that were watching you are no longer following you.
Well, that takes care of that.
Yeah, let's go the roundabout way home.
Done.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to the ship?
Yes.
Hi.
Well, in following in trace, so.
Where's Valley going?
To the ship?
You're going to the ship?
Yeah, but I'm not walking straight to the ship. I'm walking around all over. I'm going all the way around, coming in from the other side. I'm using my incognito.
So are you actually going over to the far western area?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, I won't, like, when we cross the bridge, I'll head southeast and then go over to the west, to the east side, and then come back into the ship.
Okay. So you guys are going to be gone for probably a good hour after departing the auction house, if you're making your way that far out.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to do while you are out and about?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut us off there. And we will pick back up with you guys getting back to the ship.